Hello and welcome to the Regional Report, and in this edition, the 4th Annual Ministers and Wives Conference of the Church of Pentecost in North America region has been held at Elizabeth, New Jersey under the theme, A Glorious Church to Possess the Nations. Pentecost Biblical Seminary has commissioned the 2019 ministerial cohorts into full-time ministry. Over 100 homeless persons have been receiving food and clothing items from COPUS Radio as part of a community outreach at downtown Patterson, New Jersey. This and many more stories coming up on Regional Report. My name is Samuel Esanio. At the just ended district prayer and fasting of PIWC Maryland, the local assembly has seen an increased spiritual interest and renewal in the life of the youth and pensa of the church congregation. Hitherto, they fellowshipped with the main central assembly and has pledged their vow to God to have a place in them to serve at the PIWC.
Father, may you speak in our quiet time. May you speak when we are driving. May you speak when we are sleeping. May you speak when we are at our desks, at our offices. In the name of the Lord Jesus.
Joseph Bosiaka.
Hi everyone, my name is Deborah Achampong.
Hi everyone, my name is Eunice Achampong or Achiampong.
And then we will all go through the orientation course together. It's a way of introducing you to ourselves and you introducing yourselves to us as well. All right? And then we assign you some work to do. This is the beginning of the revival.
Pentecost Biblical Seminary has commissioned the 2019 ministerial cohorts into the ministry. Probationary Overseer Christopher Amwa and Probationary Overseer Ohiniche Bafo has completed their residential ministerial formation from the President and the National Head of the Church, Apostle Dr. Mbayani Mahango and Apostle Michael Ajiman Amwakon, respectively.
There are different gifts by the same Spirit. There are different kinds of working by the same God who works all of them in all men. Now to each one, the manifestation of the Spirit is given for the common good. 1 Corinthians 12, 4-7. Beloved in the Lord, you are called to become helpers in the ministry of the Church of Pentecost and in Christ, and in the proclamation of the blessed tidings of salvation to all men, believers and unbelievers. You must duly consider the greatness and holiness of the duty and the difficulties of the office which you undertake, but also the precious and the glorious reward of sin.
Yes, I will do so. The Lord be my helper.
Yes, I will do so. The Lord be my helper.
Yes, I will do so. The Lord be my helper.
Yes, I will do so. The Lord be my helper.
We'll take a short break and we'll be right back on our Regional Report. Stay with us. Should in case of an emergency, how well are you covered when disaster strikes? Are you in control? How to secure your hard-earned assets? Yes, think about this. We are here to help you. You have a car insurance, life insurance, your homeowner's insurance. Just give us a call. Secure your property. F&G Financial Services Limited Liability. Located at 656 Hamilton Street, Somerset, New Jersey, 08873 zip code. Phone number 848-234-6186 or 646-577-1668. The office phone number is 732-659-6680. Get your properties secured. Welcome back. Apostle David Nyansa Heffron, the two-termed director of the youth ministry of the Church of Pentecost, has paid a visit to PIWC Rehoboth, Wayne, New Jersey. Under his leadership, the youth wing of the Church of Pentecost saw a remarkable growth and vibrancy during the last 8 years of its service. At a service held here on Communion Service, he talked much about the blood and the cross. Abena Manteo reports.
The immediate past youth director of COP Ghana, Apostle David Heffron, visited Rehoboth today, speaking on the topic, the cross, the source of glory in our lives. He really highlighted on the point of having the glory in you in order to give God the glory.
In the Roman system, they will strip you totally naked. And so when someone's family member was nailed to the cross, it's something that the family wouldn't want to remember again. It's something the family wouldn't want anyone to talk about. It is a symbol of shame. And among the religions of the world, there is no religion whose founder, or whose leader have been subjected to such humiliation and embarrassment in a place like Jerusalem, where the King of Glory was stripped naked, beaten, caned, lashed for our iniquities. The Bible says that he was driven by the Spirit into the wilderness. See, in the Old Testament, it was a fit man who was to hold the goat and send it. Now, who will carry the Son of God? The Holy Ghost. So the Holy Spirit held Jesus literally and pulled him into the desert as the scapegoat, carrying our sin. In the Old Testament, the scapegoat would just walk on the desert, not have water to drink, food to eat, and immediately after. The next time when John saw him, he screamed again, "Behold the Lamb of God."
For the regional report, this is yours truly, Abena A. Mantia.
The 4th Annual Ministers and Wives Conference of the Church has been held at Elizabeth, New Jersey. In all, 500 counselors and 160 ministers and wives attended. Presenting the State of the Church report, the National Head Apostle Michael Ajaman Amwako enumerated on the glory that the Lord is sowing to the church.
Our support for Vision 2021 continued to yield positive results, and I believe the Lord will pave great ways for us through the wilderness and the higher waters of elite subculture of America. Let me therefore share some few numbers with you. Current membership stands at 31,893 as compared to 30,065 last year. You can do that for the Lord. Adult membership 24,109, youth membership 8,854, children membership stands at 7,748, childbirth 727, children dedicated or dedication is 686, soul forms and baptism 1,307 souls were added to the membership, out of which 805 were baptized in water and 808 baptized in the Holy Spirit. The COP USA supported the Ejira prison projects in Ghana. The number of regions in the nation stands at 9, 70 district, 252 assemblies and home cells are listed. Church planting throughout the year. California planted 2, Washington 3, Chicago 1, Texas 4, New York 2, New Jersey 2, total Atlanta 5, and Ohio 2. The Vision 2021. An in-house built financial management system has been developed and tested. This system will be rolled out after this council meeting. the Cash App, COP Cash App. The IT team is in the process of developing the Cash App to be used across the nation for payments of tithes and collection of offerings. The Rock, we are at the 1.1 stage. Books that were published throughout last year, the Minister's Handbook, New Membership Handbook, Marriage Counseling Book, Apologetic for Teens, Apologetic for Adults, Young Ladies Handbook, Employees Handbook, You See My Father's God, and many more. This year we are projecting 5% increase in membership and also in finances. Ministers and Wife Annual Prayer Conference will take place again. National Council meeting, executive prayer meetings, ministerial formation, continuation. Church planting, we're projecting that we want to plant about 20 assemblies or church during the year. Leadership for our Spanish group assemblies. By God's grace, we are planting more Spanish churches, and we need leaders to help with that. By the grace of God, we have some of our leaders from the Spanish community. Can you please be on your feet so that the church appreciates you? Thank you so very much. It is our prayer. It is our prayer that the Lord will raise men and women out of this group so that we can send them to missions, to do missions in their own country. In Jesus' name, amen.
In a related development at the council meeting, Abena Manteo, Daniela Anponsa, and Spence Bilson filed this report.
Hello everyone, my name is Daniela and we're here at the 4th Annual Ministers and Wives Conference. I'm here with
Pastor Daniel Abaka.
Welcome, thank you so much for joining us. So our very own Apostle Michael Ajimaiboko, he gave a message about preserving the classical Pentecostal doctrines and practices to building a glorious church. I just wanted to know what your take on that was, what you learned from it.
Yeah, I think it's a wonderful presentation, and I think the church must go back to the basics. We don't have to allow the word to get into the church. We should preserve the doctrine of the church and also carry on and pass on to the next generation. So even when we are not there, those who be coming after us will also live by the same doctrine. I think it's a very wonderful presentation.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening and praise the Lord, everyone. My name is Elder Bilson. I am here in the Renaissance Hotel at Newark, New Jersey for the 2020 National Council meeting. We have here with us our National Administrative Manager, Pastor Godfred Amuzu, and we're going to have some conversation with him for him to shed some light on the purpose of this meeting. Pastor, welcome.
Thank you.
So we know that there's a lot of work that goes into preparing for such a meeting like this. We want you to kind of share with us some of the things that you had to do in preparation for this meeting.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I think there's a tremendous amount of work that has to go into this to prepare the grounds for the arrival of the counselors. You realize that the executives come in on the Monday, then the pastors come on, pastors and their wives come on the Wednesday, then the general council comes on Friday. There is a preparation for accommodation because we house or we accommodate all the participants here. The other area that we also prepare is in terms of the material that we use here. We have the entire national report that we put together. Right now we have about 242 assemblies We have about 70 districts, and of course we have 9 regions. So material or data coming from all these sources have to be reviewed, edited, and collated so that we can produce a national report. So that is also a tremendous amount of work that goes into generating of the report and the material.
As you were talking, you had mentioned something about we're expecting about 400 people, and you kind of gave the stats of the number of assemblies, districts, and the regions that we have currently in the nation. And for me, thinking about that number, it seems like, you know, there has to be a lot of moving parts to be able to kind of like gather all these reports. How are you able to get all these reports in a timely manner and also be able to like review? Are they kind of like sending it through email? Like what's the system?
Yeah, thank you. I think that is very, very great question. And of course, looking at the kind of the number of moving parts, it is really great. I think for now we have the template that we feel at the local level. After it's been reviewed at the local presbytery meeting, then it's sent to the district level. The district pastors and the district secretaries work hand in hand to also produce the district report. Then it's sent to the region. The region also put it together. Then it is sent to the nation. Now, with all these levels of reporting comes with editing, comes with review, and other things that need to be done to make the report appropriate for us to receive. And so, yes, once all these are done, then we at the national level receive the report from the various regions. And that is where the work begins, because once the report has been received, we need to take time to review the data, review the script, review everything to make sure that it is in line and there is accuracy. You see, the key for reporting is accuracy. It's not just about the information, but is the information accurate? So once we are able to get the accurate information, we collate it together. That is the current system. Going forward, we are implementing what we call the ROC Relational Management System, which is a system that we will input our data. It's going to be a source of record for the church. And so our plan or our projection is by the end of this year, we would have developed the reporting in the system such that we don't have to receive that email or the paper-based. We are shifting from paper-based to system.
Thank you, Pastor, for making the time to talk with us. God bless you. So there you have it, guys. There's a lot of things that the church is doing, a lot of great things. We are trying to make the church a technological relevant church, because in this century, if you don't adopt technology, you know, you're going to die out. And we don't want the business of souls to die out. So when we reach out to you, you know, wherever you are, when your leadership come to you and request for information, trust that information you give to them is going to be kept in a safe manner. We are very concerned about the privacy of your data, and be assured that your data will not be leaked.
The better we know our community, the better we can reach out and meet their needs. In the month of December, COP USA Radio, partnering with the Men's Ministry of Rehoboth PIWC here in Wayne, New Jersey, reached out to homeless people in downtown Patterson, New Jersey. The men helped in giving out packages of assorted food and clothing items that were provided by followers of the online radio station of the Church of Pentecost.
On this mission, I pray that you lead us to do whatever works that you want us to do. And I pray that you use us to bless these homeless people. Pray that you guide us to continue your mission. As you said, giving is a form of blessing, so I receive all the blessings that you give us as we do this process. And I pray that you give us more financial blessings so we could pour out more of these things onto different places and reach more people with your word, your revelation. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Is there anything more?
We got this. We got this.
It's the season of giving right now. That's all I gotta say. No, season of giving.
We home men spirit. We home men in the building. Let's go give to the homeless. Gotta give back.
God gave unto us. You understand?
And the Christmas
we always
got
gotta show love.
You know, church doesn't.
We always gotta show love.
Church doesn't end in the building, so you know we taking some of that Christmas spirit out for our brothers and sisters. You know who might not be able to have nice things this year. You know, it's just a little we could do for God.
Look at this guy. Look at this here.
Yes. Sure. So this afternoon, the Reho men, we're just going to go out and love the community. That's what God called us to do. This Christmas season is one of giving, remembering how much God gave to us by sacrificing himself. And this is a small token of appreciation in celebrating his birthday. So we're just here together trying to show love.
To end our regional report, a recap of our major stories. The 4th Annual Ministers and Wives Conference of the Church has been held at New Jersey under the theme, A Glorious Church to Possess the Nations. Pentecost Biblical Seminary has commissioned the 2029 ministerial cohorts into the ministry. And over 100 homeless persons have received food and clothing items from COP USA Radio as part of a community outreach at downtown Paterson, New Jersey. Well, on that note, this is the end of our regional report. My name is Samuel Essa Hill, and have a blessed day.
Thank you.